Greetings once again. In this video, we're going to learn how to create a full calendar event. To start the process, click Calendar in the Admin menu bar. Then on the calendar, click the date on which you want to create your event. Your first task is to create a title and some copy for your event. An event start time and end time are optional, but it's highly recommended that you at least input a start time. After populating these fields, click Create this event. Now you're ready to populate the other variables associated with your event. You can populate your event variables all on one page by clicking the link Show All Calendar Details. Or you can create your variables individually by clicking on one of the individual links. With some experience, you will find that creating all of your variables on this single page is much faster, however, not recommended when you're first starting to use the calendar. So in this demonstration, we're going to populate our variables individually. So let's start that process by updating our title, time, and copy by clicking this link. This is the exact same page that we started with, but it's useful if you want to make some corrections to your event title, time, and copy. Next, you may want to add contact information for your event. Available contacts include all names in your registration table, or you can create a new contact. If you select an existing registration, that person's contact information will automatically be recorded for your event. However, if you're creating a new contact, you'll have to input that person's contact information. So let's review the process of creating a new contact. Click Create Contact and simply input the person's name, email, and telephone and click Continue. While it is optional, you can also upload an image to associate with your contact. If you choose not to include an image, then the response page will indicate that you did not include an image, so now you can just click Create Contact. That returns you to our main calendar page, and you can see that the contact information has been populated. In a similar fashion, you can add a venue for your event by clicking Add a Venue. If you have previously created a venue, they will be displayed in the drop-down list. To create a new venue, click Create Venue. While only a name field is required for your venue, it's advisable to complete as many of these fields as you possibly can. When you're done populating all the fields, click Continue. Again, if you have not elected to upload an image, you will get this reply page and simply click Continue. Then, as before, you will be redirected to this calendar event main page. Your venue may or may not have a menu associated with it, so to add a menu to your venue, select Add a Menu to this venue. As with other variables with your calendar event, if you've previously created a menu item, it will be available in the drop-down list here. To create a new menu selection, click Create Menu Selection. A new menu selection only requires a name, but you can add additional copy if you'd like. Then click Create and Add Menu Selection. Again, you are returned to the main menu. Note that your menu item has been added to the menu selections. You can edit that selection, you can delete that menu selection, or you can add yet another menu selection. You can also add a guest speaker by clicking on the link Add a Guest Speaker. As with the other variables, you can select an existing guest from the drop-down list, or you can click to add a new guest. Populate the desired fields for your new guests, and click Continue. Then click Create this guest. Note that your guest has now been added to the main menu for this particular event. Following a very similar process, you can create a sponsor to associate with your event. Adding a sponsor is a great way to generate some additional revenue for your chapter. Now let's move on to ticketing. To add ticketing to your event, click the link Add Ticket Information. The ticketing info page includes all those variables that are associated with ticketing for your event. The first two variables determine when your ticketing will start and when ticketing will end. By default, ticketing starts 30 days prior to your event date, and your ticketing end date is set by default to end the day before your event. You can, of course, adjust these dates to whatever you like. You can also set the end time for when tickets will be available. By default, this is set as an hour before your event time, but you can set it to whatever time you like, provided that time is before your event time. If your event includes tickets that you will actually mail to your members, then you can select a cutoff date for when tickets will be mailed. Any orders taken after this date will be held at will call. Remember, for this feature to work, you will also have to click Yes for the Issue Tickets function. The next step is to enter a value for your tickets in advance and your tickets at the door. Typically, the advance price is cheaper than the door price as an incentive to get people to buy tickets online, but that's your choice. You can also include discounted pricing for students or children. The last variable concerns non-member ticketing. If you wish to enable ticketing for non-members, you would click Yes. If you don't want non-members to be able to attend an event, you would select No. On the Account Info Functions page, there is a global setting that controls non-member ticketing. If you check non-member ticketing on this page, no events will permit non-members. When you're done setting all your ticketing variables, click Add Ticket Info. You are returned to the event homepage, and as you can see, all ticketing information has been populated. From this page, you can edit any and all of your variables, but if you're satisfied, you can click Return to Calendar. On your calendar, you can see that the event has been added on that date. If you want to review that event again, just click on the title. Let's return to the client side to see how your calendar entry displays. Remember that the Upcoming Events page displays the next 6 events occurring in your schedule moving forward. Let's see what happens when we select that event. This page displays that event and all the variables that we populated for the event. In this particular case, that includes a venue and a guest. Also displayed is the price per person and the price at the door. So an individual interested in ordering this event would first enter their email and select the number of reservations they want to buy, then click Continue. From the email that's provided, we can determine whether or not this person is a member or a non-member. And depending on our election, either allow ticketing or don't allow ticketing. If the person is determined to be a non-member, this page will indicate that they're not eligible to attend this event. Otherwise, this person would make a menu selection for each of his reservations and select a payment method. Each payment method is processed differently, so we'll save that for another video. Thank you.